2019 Freightliner Cascadia gauge and switch overview. We're going to start here on the dashboard. This is our home screen. It's all located right here and controlled by our left side of the steering wheel. So it's simple push down. So we have our trip and the leg of our trip. Back up, over one, truck information. So we have our speed, our driving assistance. Back up, over one, we have vehicle settings. And we have vehicle notifications for alerts, diagnostics, and alerts again. We have our radio control. And then we have home settings, how we want the truck to set up. So if you notice, we can have dash, brightness, lighting units, time. And all we're going to do is just toggle. And then if that's the one we want, we just hit OK, and it will take us to it. We can always escape out of there by going back home, which is located with the U-turn button. One thing on the gauges that you need to notice is that our fuel and our depth tank is one gauge, two sweep arms. Fuel tank is white, depth tank is blue. Same thing with our air gauge, one gauge, two airs. Primary is white, secondary is blue. Right side of the steering wheel is our cruise control. So it's turn it on, cancel, set, resume. Headlight flash, marker light flash, but it's only going to flash the marker lights. You'll notice there's telephones here, which is hooked into the Bluetooth. Bluetooth is disabled. Transmission controls are right here. Foot on the brake, simple twist, we're in drive, and away we go. Back to neutral, to reverse. Once we let up off the brake, we're automatically in gear. So we need to select a gear when we're descending a hill, lock it in. All we're going to do is push it in. That is going to lock the gear that we need to descend the hill. Jake brake controls, down, 1, 2, 3. Back up for off. So our transmission has a little bit of a play for a toggle for automatic shift. So we can toggle it up for an upshift, toggle it down for a downshift. We will not be able to override the computers. So if we toggle it up for an upshift and the computers say, no, that's too many RPMs or too low RPMs, it's going to revert back into the gear that was set before. Switch controls, they're simple push buttons. So we have our sleeper light, our ambient light, our footwell light, our dome light, our utility light, which is the lights on the back of the tractor when we're hooking up our trailers at nighttime so we can see. We can actually put the red line where it needs to go and the blue line where it needs to go. Traction control spin here. Automatic traction control, it's always on, so we can turn it off. We always want to leave it on, that way we have power going to the wheel that needs it the most. Lane departure warning system, so it's always on. It's following the painted lines on the right side and the left side of the highway, but in construction situations where the lines are messed up or unpainted, we have the option to turn it off so we cannot hear the audible warnings. This also controls our front-facing camera, so if we hold it down, we'll hit an audible alert, and it's automatically starting to roll a 25-second tape. So we have an engine shutdown override, so in case if we have a major malfunction, the engine is going to shut down, we can override it for just enough time to get us safely to the side of the highway. Here we have hill assist. It is on all the time, and hill assist is a 3-second delay from the time that we take our foot off the brake till we put it on the accelerator, but we don't need it if we're pointed downhill or if we're trying to back a trailer up into the dock. So we have the option, we can turn it off one time. Once we step on the brake again come to a complete stop, it will automatically engage, or we can just simply re-engage it by hitting the button. We have our Hadley valve here. It's a simple one push button. It lit up green, so we know it's in operation. Push it again, we'll disable it. On the bottom here, we have our inner axle lock, which locks all 4 drive tires into one. So we need that when we're in deep snow or in deep mud. Kingpin release, simple, one push button, and then on the dashboard on the home screen, it will tell you to make sure that you've followed the correct steps and that you've successfully unhooked from the trailer. This is our 5th wheel air slide and our suspension dump. So whenever we unhook from a trailer and we're setting it down on the ground, when we pull out from underneath it, we want to dump our airbags so we don't blow them out by having too much weight on them. Our air conditioning and heater controls, very simple. It's just a twist, hot, cold, air conditioner, and then where we want to the floor, to our face, or to the windshield.